Hey guys, welcome back to another jazz guitar lesson with me, Pritesh Walia. Firstly, I want to say thank you guys for all the support. I really appreciate you guys checking out my material and all the PDFs I have on my website. If you haven't checked it out, go to my website, priteshwaliamusic.com. There's a bunch of PDFs and there are videos related to that too, so check that out. Now, I want to talk about a very important topic, how to make your own pianistic voicings. Jazz guitarists have been trying for very long to come up with voicings that sound like a piano player. And there are many reasons for that. One of the biggest things that we want to try and incorporate are very small intervallic distances, like minor seconds or major seconds in our voicings. Now, as you might see, if you get a minor second interval in our scale, in our chord, let's say I'm playing an A minor 9, it's a beautiful sound, but it's quite a stretch. If you can see, the B and the C note that I'm using here is quite a stretch. If I play the 9 above, that works great. But if I want to put it inside the voicing, it's quite a stretch. So, not gonna lie guys, there's no way getting out of the stretch. If you want to get that, no pain, no gain. Now, moving on. How and what is the way to come up with your own voicings? There are a bunch of voicings. There's a book by Ted Green that goes over some of the craziest voicings you can ever play that will probably give you tendinitis, but they are just beautiful, magnificent to check them out, and the things that guy has figured out, we probably would never do that in our life. But I want to give away a technique, a concept that you can use to come up with your own voicings, and it's a very, very simple technique or way to look at voicings. All you need to know for that are your triads, and guys, guitar players, learn your triads. That's very, very important. I'm going to go over all the triads that you will find in the key of G major. The first chord is G major, as we might know. And I'm playing the triad of the D, G, and B string. If we keep going up, we get A minor. That's the 2 chord. 3 is B minor. 4 is C major. 5 is D major. 6 is E minor. 7 is F sharp diminished, and then we were back to root. These are beautiful sounding, but you need to know this. One way that I remind myself of learning these is to always remember that the triads built on the 1st, the 4th, and the 5th degree are always major. And then the middle ones, 2 and 3, are always minor, you know. And then the 6 is minor. And the 7 is this fun diminished sound. In order to come up with these pianistic voicings, what we're going to do is just drop one note. It could be any of these voicings, to be honest, but we're going to drop one note. For right now, I'm going to take the top note, G, B, and D. I'm going to take my D and drop it down to the closest note in the key of G. So if I drop this D note down to a C, that's the closest note. Not a C sharp, because in the key of G major, there is no C sharp, there is a C. So in the key of G major, you don't really have a C sharp, you do have an F sharp. So the closest note that you can drop that D note down is going to be a C. What does that give us? This really cool stretchy voicing. Now if you start doing the same thing with all the notes that you get in the key of G, the A minor triad suddenly becomes this really beautiful sus sound. B minor has the same sound. Here's a fun concept to remember this. Everything built on your minor chords, which is the 2, the 3, and the 6 degree, are always going to have the same shape. A minor, B minor, E minor. And not only that, you can do the same thing on the 7th chord, which is F sharp minor. Pretty cool, right? The 1st degree is going to give you this major sus4 sound. The 4th chord, C major, we have to drop that top G down. So C, E, G are our notes. We drop that G note down to an F sharp. Not an F, but an F sharp, because that is the note that is diatonic to the key of G major. So you have this structure that you're going to be using. Now to the next chord, D major, you're going to drop that D, F sharp, and A down to a G. And you get this really cool structure that you got on the first chord. So what do we get? The 1 and the 5 follow the same shapes. The 2, the 3, the 6, and the 7 follow the same shapes. The only weird one here is built on the 4th degree, which has that sharp 4 sound. You know, it's a beautiful sound. So if I go through all of them, G major, add 11, A minor, add 11, B minor, add 11. Isn't that a beautiful sound? C major, add sharp 11. D major, add 11, E minor, add 11, F sharp minor, add 11, G major, back to top, add 11. Really beautiful, almost like pedal steel, or you can think of these as cluster voicings that you can use anywhere. You can use it in any context. You can put A in the bass, that gives you Dorian sound. Really beautiful sound, you know. Or put E, will give you an Aeolian sound. Ooh. You know, and you can really use this to improvise as well. You can use this especially in modal tunes, or even tunes that you know. You can replace the voicing that you already know. Let's say Autumn Leaves. So A minor to D7 can now be Isn't that beautiful? I love these really thick voicings where you can get all these 9s and 11s in them, you know. You can also use it as an intro. They actually are pretty cool arpeggios. You can use this as an improvisation. As you can see, they are a little bit stretchy, but they sound beautiful. They give you this really beautiful sound. Now you can do this anywhere on the fretboard. Let's say you make a G triad on your A, D, and G string, and you just follow the same formula. Take the top note, drop it down, and now you have other sus chords, which are beautiful sounding, and they give you this really beautiful sound. And on, and you can keep going. You can also do another thing, which is instead of dropping the top note, drop the middle note, which will give you all these other beautiful sus sounds, you know. And you can keep going. A lot of piano players use these, and you can also utilize this in your improvisation as well as comping. So you don't have to play these big ploppy bar chords. You can actually use these fun cluster voicings. And all you need to know are your triads for that. So have fun, apply it in a song, apply it on a tune, or apply it modally. Here, let me give you a quick example of how to use this in a modal context. Let's say you're in the key of E minor. can see it really creates the mood and the sound of the mode. And you can really go outside the key yet comp inside the key. You can use half steps to get in and out of them. Really beautiful sound that you can use. It gives you like a pedal steel sound, a piano effect. However you want to use it, they definitely don't sound like the system that we use, which is a tertiary system. Everything is built in thirds. This time we're breaking that third relationship and adding a cluster voicing in between it. It sounds really beautiful. Try it out on jazz standards, try it out on modal tunes, try it out on vamps. The world is your oyster. Have fun with this new jazz guitar tip. Hey guys, thank you for watching my lesson. I really appreciate it. I will be putting out more and more lessons. In order for me to successfully do that, I need you to like and subscribe. I want to give away all the jazz secrets I have to you guys for free. And all I want from your side is for you to support me by liking, subscribing, checking out my music. So if you like it, check it out. If you don't like it, it's all cool. Come and say hi, but please do like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next lesson.